food, baseball food, pizza, wings, and beer. You know, you can bring your kids in and, you know, they can play pool or play the video games, or they can sit with you and watch TV too, because you got the TVs in every dining room. It's such a place that you can come in with your family and sit down. And again, it's family oriented because it's family owned. When you walk in here, it's like a TV show, Cheers. Everybody knows your name. And you can expect that from in here because everybody knows everybody else.
Day late and hopefully not a dollar short. The Sideline Guys back on sidelineguys.recordernews.com, brought to you by Crystal Ristorani at 72 Lion Street in Amsterdam, alongside the hopefully not see-through Mark Robarge. I am Adam Schinder, and Mark, it's good to see you're a man of your word.
I am shamed. All my fellow Giants fans out there, forgive me for doing this. It is with deep regret, and I resisted the urge to do the Hulk Hogan thing, mainly because Adam likes this jersey. But yes, paying off the bracket challenge, Adam did manage to pull it off. Came real close. I was within one game of turning it around. But yes, he is the better man, at least for this year.
Yes, I would like to thank John Calipari and the Kentucky Wildcats for beating North Carolina and therefore saving me some very angry phone calls and text messages from my father and some of my friends.
But onwards and upwards, my friends. High school baseball season finally underway. Last night I got the opportunity to go up to Shuttleworth Park and check out the opener, the Amsterdam Rugged Rams, doing a number on South Glens Falls and looking really good in the process. If you didn't read the story in this morning's recorder, literally the first chance the baseball team has had to get outside this season, the first chance their offense has had to face live pitching, and they really look good out there. Of course, how can you not look good when you've got Kyle Rufer to back you up with his sterling performance on the mound? Struck out the first three batters, all three looking, then struck out the side in the second, wrapped around a walk and a strikeout as well. Looked really good, pitched 4 strong innings, struck out 7, walked 1, gave up just 3 hits, no runs, and then the offense, man. It was funny because they started out by playing small ball. Carbone with a leadoff bunt single, moved to second on a wild pitch, went over to third on a pass ball, scored on a sacrifice fly by Brinkman. That's textbook Bob Noto ball. But even he said now that these kids don't like to play small ball because these guys like to really swing the bats, and they showed that the next inning when they put 6 runs on the board, and then 2 innings later when Brinkman came back and hit a bomb over the high left field fence at Shuttleworth.
And that's something this team kind of lacked at points last year, is they did not have, as much as Ryan Brinkman really came on, especially towards the end of the season, they only had 5 home runs as a team all last season in what we can all say is a rather offensive-friendly ballpark at Shuttleworth.
I wish I had played there in high school. I might have actually had a career home run.
And one of the good things about last night, obviously, it was a tune-up game, but Kyle Rufer only going 4 innings means you got to expect he'll be fresh and ready, at the very least, for Troy on Monday.
Absolutely.
3 games next week. And now tonight I'll be there at Shuttleworth for a frigid night game, most likely. Local rivalry against Broad Albion Perth. And you'd have to expect that BP's going to throw their senior left-hander, Matt Gage, 6'5", 240 pounds, hard thrower, bound for Siena College. Be a great pre-Big Ten test for Amsterdam.
Absolutely. And the thing that impressed me most about the Amsterdam offense, not so much the power, they actually showed a bunch of patience at the plate. They pushed the South Glens Falls starting pitcher 90 pitches in the first 3 innings, constantly going to 2-2, 3-1, 3-2 counts. I believe they picked up 4 or 5 walks off of him. Really worked the counts well. Got good pitches to hit. I was very impressed. And as Coach Noto said, a lot of this is the remnants of that JV team that won a Big Ten championship 2 years ago. And he says that these are just great kids to coach. They really want to play. They play hard. They play right. This team could really open a lot of eyes in the Big Ten this year, I think.
Yeah, the Big Ten's got those traditional powers up top in CBA. LaSalle, always a tremendous team. Troy looked to be getting better by the end of last year. But other than that, this is a coin flip league, really from top to bottom. And there's no saying that this team that went, I believe, 6-13 last year can't make a big leap forward, easily qualify for sectional playoffs, make a nice run in. The AA are always tough considering how good the Suburban Council is.
Absolutely.
But I'll say definitely that patience they showed last night, that'll help them tonight if they can stay patient, if Matt Gage goes, because Matt Gage is a power pitcher, struck out 48 in about 39 innings last year, but also walked 40.
Absolutely. It should be an interesting game, and I'm looking forward to Monday's test because, as you said, Troy is probably one of the higher echelon teams in the Big Ten. So Amsterdam's going to get a test immediately that's going to tell them how good they are in relation to the Big Ten.
And a bit of a revenge game, too, considering Troy in the regular season finale beat them 23-9.
Absolutely, yeah. That was not one of the best moments of the season for the Rams.
We'll move on a little bit. Just a couple other things to mention high school baseball-wise. Tomorrow afternoon, we believe, is when Fort Plain is scheduled to open
2 o'clock against Schoharie.
And I will be there Monday, weather providing, when they take on Canajoharie in the Route 5
battle. Absolutely. Always a fun time. Two teams, a lot of these kids play together in youth league and like that and play in Legion Ball. So it's a friendly rivalry, but make no mistake about it, it is indeed a rivalry, and it's a lot of fun. Plus, you've got two of the best coaches in the area, Brent Watterson and Craig Phillips.
And it's especially fun because they do not play every year.
Absolutely.
Move on to a place where the weather's been nice and green all week. Head down south to Augusta, Georgia. The Masters, through one round, Rory McIlroy and Alvaro Quiros shared the lead at 7 under, but there's a pretty good pack building up right behind it.
But once again, it's just showing you that there's this new European dominance of the PGA Tour, as well as in these major events and like that. The guys like the McIlroys, Alberto Quiros, you've just got so many of these big names, Luke Donald, just go on and on and on and on and on. It used to be that the Americans at least held 6 or 7 of the top 10 spots in the world rankings. How many you got left now? Maybe you got Mickelson. Tiger's down to 7, I believe.
I believe Hunter Mahan and Matt Kuchar are still up there.
Right. So, I mean, it used to be there was that American dominance. We saw that go by the wayside in the Ryder Cup. Now we're seeing it go by the wayside, not just in the top 10, but also in the majors as well. You know what, though? It's kind of refreshing because I like the style of golf that the European golfers play. They're not necessarily the bombers that you see. You're seeing longer hitters from the European Tour now, but these are players that come from the Seve Ballesteros school. They scramble really well, good iron play, really good around the green, and it's a joy. And it's especially nice to see some new faces like Quiros.
Yeah, and I especially love Rory McIlroy. He's just 21 years old. He's kind of the poster boy for the post-Tiger generation. Yep. He's the kid who was, he's 8 years old when 7, 8 years old when Tiger goes out 14 years ago, unbelievable now, and dominates the 1997 Masters. Yeah. And these are the guys who are coming on, and they don't care about these veterans of the game. But when you get into the weekend, it was nice to see Freddie Couples.
That's always great to see.
Put up 4 under through most of his round this afternoon. He's in contention.
You know what though? With Freddie Couples, I swear to God, that man is going to be able to fall out of bed at age 60 and break par at Augusta. That's how much that is his golf.
That course is built for him. And but when you get to the weekend, he's kind of hanging around 2 under right about now. Is anyone going to beat Phil Mickelson?
You know what? If Phil is within, say, 5 strokes to the lead going into Sunday, he's still the favorite, I think. Because, number one, he is certainly capable of firing a 66, 65 on Sunday at the Masters. But also, I think when he's on, he's less likely to make the mistakes that somebody who doesn't have that experience on Sunday on the back nine at the Masters have. So he is just as likely to have the field come back to him as to overtake the field.
Yeah.
And don't forget Tiger.
No, Tiger is if Tiger gets going, and I think he was at even par just a couple of holes into his round. But Tiger is Tiger. If Tiger gets going, no one gets those pines rattling at Augusta more than Tiger Woods.
Absolutely. One last topic I want to change to, and this I want to do a little bit of fun. I know that it's a love 'em or not type of sport, but Adam and I are both big-time professional wrestling fans, and for those of you who follow the sports entertainment business like us.
Oh, it's just entertainment now.
Well, I kind of like to throw the sports into, and that's a debate that's been going on even in this building for more than 20 years. WrestleMania weekend, so much fun. I was just blown away. The Undertaker and Triple H, a match for the ages. Something that some people are saying was the best wrestling match ever put on TV.
Yeah, I can't go that far.
I wouldn't either.
I've watched a lot of wrestling in my time, but really just two guys who are both 40 plus and completely broken down.
Absolutely.
But still know how to tell that kind of unbelievable story. And wrestling fans in this area, obviously the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame induction just about 6 weeks from now.
And a great wrestling card coming up the night before.
Yes, TNA Wrestling, the number 2 promotion in the country.
Lots of familiar names.
Yeah, Friday night, May 20th. Tickets are on sale now. The event will be at Amsterdam High School. We'll have more on that and plenty more as we head down to a very exciting spring sports season. But for now, for Mark, I'm Adam. We'll see you next time at SidelineGuys.recordernews.com, and we're brought to you by Crystal Restaurante, 72 Lion Street in Amsterdam. Thanks for watching.